business, again, you pay corporate tax very quickly. We're going to raise the threshold for corporate tax to £100,000.
Yeah, bullshit, man. Heard that before.
And we will reform the BBC. We will reform the health service. The health service is broken. Why do British people worship the health service? What is important is patient outcomes. Every European country is beating us on patient outcomes. Reform will protect the main principle of free at the point of delivery. That is a crucial aspect of healthcare. But most people don't give a damn who is providing that service. As long as it's free at the point of delivery, as long as it causes good results, that's what people care about. They don't care about whether it's public sector NHS workers, whether it's not-for-profit workers, or whether it's commercial workers. What we care about is efficiency and good results. The NHS is broken. The Labour and Conservatives toss it from side to side, do this bit of reform, do that bit of reform, and the results are falling. Whatever you look at, cancer diagnosis, cancer treatment, and we are low in the tables for those things. So we will reform the NHS. We will take frontline nursing and care and social staff, care staff out of basic rate tax for 3 years. We've got to retain our doctors and nurses. We've got to train more doctors and nurses. Do you know, Labour and Conservative year on year have capped how many people are trained as doctors. What a nonsense. So we have to go over to the Philippines and steal their nursing staff.
No.
Outrage.
Are you
We have
still
to train
still
our
slaving
own
people?
Doctors and nurses.
They murdered people with a vaccine.
Yes. Hey,
And we need a proper.
are you going to
inquiry
support
into that.
Ukraine
Not the
when you win?
waste of space of the inquiry that the Conservative government has brought in. Lockdowns were wrong. Lockdowns were wrong. We should have protected the vulnerable. But what did we do? We locked down everyone.
Man, they let you
We
out.
didn't allow the kids to go to school. That was a travesty. A whole generation of kids have suffered from not being learning their social skills.
Of
with their
course,
peers.
oh, yeah.
Their education has suffered.
What about Ukraine?
We were
Ukraine,
locked
are you
down.
going to support Ukraine? Are you going to support Ukraine?
We support Britain.
Yeah?
We support Britain.
Yeah, what about Ukraine?
We're not going to get dragged into Ukraine. We're not going to get dragged into Palestine. Britain needs fixing. Let's concentrate on Britain.
What about Ukraine?
What about?
Ukraine.
I just answered that.
Are you going to support them?
I just answered that.
Are you going to support
Are you going to cut the aid that goes to Zelensky or not?
Foreign aid. If you want to talk about foreign aid, the fact that we are sending foreign aid to countries like India with a bloody nuclear program, to countries like China, it's ridiculous. Who is in control? Who is deciding these things? And we need to fight that. Another policy of
No, you go and fight it, man. We're not fighting nothing.
To own our infrastructure. It is ridiculous that again this Conservative and the last Labour government allowed foreigners, foreign entities, often foreign state entities, to buy our utility providers. Absolute outrage.
Do you mean the French? Do you mean the French?
For
By the French,
example,
yeah?
the French, but
Oh
not
yeah,
just the
okay.
French.
Oh no, it's only the French.
Can I say something? The Conservative and Labour are not in charge. They've been told what to do. There's no such thing as
stop.
There's no such thing as I never vote, I never
Stop
will.
voting for these people. There is nothing different. Well, there is very little.
Okay, what do you think
difference
about
between
immigration?
the Conservative
Immigration.
Party and Labour Party.
Yeah.
The one thing that George Galloway has said that I've supported, they are different cheeks of the same arse.
Ooh.
Conservatives are not Conservative, the Labour are not Labour.
Okay, what about
I point to
immigration?
the fact that highest tax levels since the Second World War.
What about immigration? Talk about immigration.
Immigration, let's talk about immigration. Immigration is one thing that has made this country great. This country has had immigration for decades, for centuries. But currently, it is completely out of control. And that is what is wrong. It's completely and utterly out of control. The legal routes are abused. You know, we have scam courses to enable people use to come in on student visas. We have scam marriages that people abuse spousal. But most importantly, we have to manage legal migration, and we have to stop immediately the illegal immigration. I live in Southall, a very ethnically diverse area, and I can tell you from speaking to the people of Southall, they are as angry, if not more angry than I am about illegal immigration. Their fathers, their grandparents came here by a legal, proper route. They followed the procedure. They are outraged that there are numpties getting on boats, arriving here illegally, getting hotels, getting money. It is a travesty, and we can stop it overnight.
Whose fault
And
is it?
reform will stop it overnight. Right?
Whose fault? Whose fault is it?
It's the government's fault.
Who?
It's the government's
Name it.
fault. They are not. I mean, this Rwanda policy. How many millions and millions of pounds have been wasted on this Rwanda policy? There have been more Home Secretaries visiting Rwanda than illegal immigrants. It's a complete and utter joke. That is not the answer. The answer is stopping the boats.
How do you stop the
Stop
boats?
What are you going to tell the French about the boat?
grinning like that. Are you a green or a liberal? Let me
No,
go.
you're
By
talking
stopping the boats.
bollocks.
We can do that today.
Big bollocks.
You don't even need to change the law. You can do it today. Australia did it. Other countries have done it. There you go.